Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Worldwide Rush. Today we're down in Thailand where there's not an awful lot going on. There's a lot of towns and cities that seem to have affiliation to the Green Stag Company, but they don't actually have many vehicles really, do they? So what I thought we'd do today, obviously China is just pootling away, we've got our vehicles earning trust over there. What I might do is just buy Vinh in Vietnam there and put a couple of vehicles in, lovely stuff. Just to get that going. Obviously, the Green Gorilla Company who curries favour in Vietnam at the moment, but obviously we've just taken over their hub. So if we can get a bit of stuff going there, we'll just make sure that we've got vehicles, plenty of them, to move people about. There we go. We'll do exactly the same. We'll have another hub there. Yeah, let's bob a manager in and some vehicles so that they can just get a bit of stuff going on. Now, what I am going to do, we need somewhere that. I mean, that feeds to existing cities. Have we got somewhere that feeds to sort of cities with not a lot going on? There we go. Right, okay. Kanchanaburi in Thailand. We'll put some vehicles in there. So there we go. We've got two outlets. So one of them is going. I mean, where is one of them going? Kanchanaburi to Bangkok. Excellent. And that one is doing Kanchanaburi to Dawei. Right. Okay. Why are we doing that? Let's put a road in. There we go. You can go that way instead. Beautiful. Makes more sense. Now obviously this is going to get to there and they're going to love us almost immediately, I'm sure. Maybe not. I mean, to be fair, they right, are you going to take some passengers there and they're going to be like, "Oh my god, you've brought passengers here. We love you so much." Apparently not. Right, I'll buy that as a hub then and we can work on that. There we go. Couple of places. Now you have a plane. So where are you going? Yangon? That's the same there. What I might do is I might just have Myanmar. Myanmar. There we go. Couple of buses. Just I mean, what have we got here? That's right. We'll buy a couple. I'm not going to put a lot of money in. You know, this stuff can prove it makes money before we get too excited. But what it might do is it might just push these guys out a little bit. I mean, it might not at all, but it might. Right, here we go. Another one in Thailand there. Nakhon Sawan. There we go. Bit of stuff going on there. Lampang. Now, you want to go to Chiang Mai and Omkhoi. So let's make it happen. Because again, that might just have a couple there. Lovely. I reckon we could easily take Myanmar. There we go. What have we got at Patine? There we go. Same again. Bit of stuff going in there. Now that might just sway people. We'll have another one there. Another one at Make Tiller. Again, if we can surround China with our transport company, then it might, you know, we might be able to sort of get more cross-border services going and they might like us more. Got a lot going on in Laos, have we? There's a lot going. I mean, that has a lot of, like, it's a high level, but at the same time, we don't have a lot of vehicles. But I think we could change that. Not a lot going on in northern Laos, is there, in terms of cities? Where are you going? Right, we could have a bit of that. There we go. A couple of vehicles. And these cities have all got hubs in them, haven't they? Right, let's have a look here, see if we can come round. Can we put a bit of vehicles in there? Yeah, bit of investment. Same again there, just get things going. Obviously up here with, yeah. So obviously these, I've already put some vehicles in and they're, I've flooded the network. Obviously over here, we've still not got Dakar yet. That's ridiculous. How have we not done that? Is it because I haven't got many vehicles? I mean, that literally could be it. Yeah, they've like sold up, haven't they? Right. Let's have a look. Right, we need We need to invest, don't we? Right, get some stuff. All the stuff going to Dakar there. There's not a lot, is there? I mean, it doesn't show you. I mean, that's not a hub. So if we, if we get things moving, right, where do you want to go? Dakar. Yep. Make it so. Dakar. Yep. Right. Let's have a hub. I feel like from Dakar, there's a lot of people that want to go there. Rangpur again. Yep. I don't know why, because I've got sort of... I essentially run all the transport in this company, but it's just sort of been left to lapse, hasn't it? There's not a lot of stuff going on. Right, let's have a look. What have we got down here? Have we managed to convince any towns to sort of come over to our way of thinking? Let's have something in Myanmar there. I am very conscious of the fact we're probably going to run out of vehicles. There we go, couple of... because you only get so many vehicles a month, let's not forget. There we go, we'll start small. So again, all of this stuff, these are where I've bought hubs. Darway, Miek. Yep. Yeah, we've not managed to convince anyone that we're brilliant, have we? It's not the end of the world. I mean, we'll get there eventually. What we need to do is make sure that, like, down in Malaysia here, this, and down at the bottom of Thailand, we need to make sure that these places are still, they've got vehicles. This has got an A70, but we could put some more in. Same again here, a few more coaches, just to, I don't know if we've got anywhere down here, really. Right, Dili. Have a bit of investment there in Indonesia. Same as in Kupang. There you go. Look, it all just helps. Right, Darwin. We've not got anything there. Right. Okay. I realise we're sort of down in Australia now, aren't we? Indonesia. Right. We can have a hub there. Get a couple of stuff going. It's not massive, but every little helps. I've heard that before somewhere. Right. A few more stuff. Because obviously we do want to take over. We want to push other companies out. And we will be able to do that. It's just going to be a bit of a slog. Particularly around Indonesia, where there's so many small islands. There we go. What about Ambon? Have I put some money in there? There we go. Same again all around here. Let's make sure there's enough vehicles. People are getting where they need to go. That is just one coach. Literally just one coach that I've put in there. Never mind. Right, there we go. Same again. See all the vehicles that I'm buying every single time here? Well, they're all appearing. 12 vehicles. That's got 2. Now it's got 12. I realise some of these routes may be too frequent. But obviously that's for the hub manager to... for them to sell them off later on. Because that's exactly what they do, isn't it? They just... I put the money in the vehicles in. And then the hub manager decides to just sell them all off again. Okay, we'll have another hub there. I think have I already done these? Right, there we go. Doesn't hurt to do some again, does it? And obviously all the way up here. Have I done Jambi? Yep. It's worth doing. It's worth doing. It's going to take a long, long time until I think Indonesia trusts us. Don't know. It's coming to the end of here though. We've got quite a bit going on here, particularly around Thailand now. Might take a while, but I reckon we can get there, Alright, we'll have another town in China there. What about Pua there? Right, yep. Let's be having you. Oh, every month, yep, put some money in. Aha! Look at this. So, we've earned trust in Kazakhstan, is it? Excellent. Right, okay. Let's have a manager there. We'll just expand a bit more whilst we can. That's obviously Uzbekistan, but that's... There we go, Jalalabad. Bit more stuff in there. That's good. We've earned trust in Myanmar. Fairly big country, Myanmar, isn't it? And we don't trust somewhere else. Was it here? No, we already had trust in Laos, didn't we? But Myanmar, pretty big country. I was going to say pretty big company. Pretty big country. There we go. We'll just put a bit more money in, because we can. Intada, there we go. Bit of that. Patine. Just want to really make sure that we've got, you know, a plethora of stuff going on. And that we're not going to lose trust in Myanmar. We don't want other companies coming in and buying out our areas, do we? There we go. A little bit more. Make tiller, put that in. Again, I don't know if any of this has been pronounced correctly. No idea. But I'm doing my best, and I'm sure you can appreciate that. Right. So let's get a hub in there. Put a couple of vehicles in down to Chachoengsao, maybe? Who knows? Probably the people who live there, to be honest with you. Right, Lampang. A bit more in there. Where we're here, so obviously this is Cambodia. It's going to take a bit of time, isn't it? We've got a hub there though, so we may as well... There we go, let's put a bit of money in. Where do you actually want to go? So, we've got some vehicles. You're going to Phnom Penh, which is obviously there. There's a little bit of trust in us already. The Indonesia Transport Company is who sort of runs the place at the moment. I reckon we can, yeah, I reckon we can push them out. Like I say, it might take a bit of time, but I reckon we can do it. So these are all our places anyway. Right, here we go, Indonesia. Let's have another hub. Couple of vehicles. Another one there. It's going to take its time, but I reckon we can do it. Right. Metro. Round to Jakarta there, right. And Serang. We'll just sort of start infiltrating here. What about Sukabumi? There we go. And there, lovely. We'll just come down here, keep buying hubs in more cities, and then just, you know, put a bit of cash in where we can. Put more money into Dili there. Obviously, some of these vehicles that are, you know, whizzing along, some of these planes that are all in like a cluster, they will space themselves out eventually. Right, Samarinda. Can we buy this place? Nearly. 53% trust. There's a lot of aircraft coming in. Flipping heck. There's a hell of a lot of aircraft coming in there. 56%. Get it bought. Right, we'll upgrade that. Put a bit of cash in. It's Indonesia there. Plenty of stuff travelling along. I never sort of saw myself managing a conglomerate in Indonesia. Whoever saw that coming? Right, let's have a look. So in China, need to just invest a bit of stuff here. So obviously we don't want them falling out with us. Some places actually have no vehicles left. It does annoy me the hub managers just sell them off rather than, you know, they don't downsize and try and make money. They just literally, if a vehicle isn't making money after a while, they just get rid. You know, I would like the mechanics of this to be a little bit better. Ooh, that's a good hub. Couple of bits and pieces to do there. Eyes out. Right, there we go. So we do have, right, Shenyang. Let's have a hub there. Beautiful. Right, put a bit of cash in. Big hub that. Lots of stuff going on. Obviously Kikihara at the top. Have we unlocked any upgrades for that? No. What about Shenyang? Right, fuel depot. Make it cheaper to run stuff out of there so we can buy more of it. North Korea don't seem to be a fan of us, do they really? Let's put a few more bits and pieces in the cities. A bit of investment there. Have I, yeah, I have done that. Yeah, Nampo. Let's have a depot. Or a hub, sorry, not a depot. A hub. South Korea, they seem to love us. That might be why North Korea don't, because they famously don't get along, do they? But again, a lot of our cities here, we just haven't got anything going on. They've just sold everything off. I don't think I've got any vehicles left, have I? Yeah, we've got quite a few still. But like this should be, there should be so much stuff happening and it just isn't. Right, Incheon, that's a fairly big city, isn't it? Thinking back to my Gran Turismo 4 days, there's a raceway there at Incheon. Right, there we go. All of a sudden South Korea has come alive with vehicles. Beautiful. That's what we want to see. Have a look. Right, Nagasaki in Japan there. Let's bit of vehicles. Just get some stuff going. Osaka, if you're a fan of the Sunday series, the Transport Fever 2, you'll know all about Osaka. Got a Transport Fever 2 series in Japan there. Right, oh, place in China. Zhang something or other. Fairly decent city in terms of level. Problem is obviously China aren't going to like us until we start taking on some big cities. You know, like Shanghai, Beijing. There's a lot of these here. I mean, who does it actually like? It's the Panda Company. So we need to really start taking out the Panda Company rather than the other one, because there's another one over here, isn't there? The Green Eagle and the Koala, the Green Koala. Right, Meizu. Let's. I mean, that's the Gorilla Company. I don't know what they're called. We're just going on what they look like. Again, we could sort of Nepal round here. We could do with putting some bits and pieces in. Don't think we've got anything in Nepal, have we? Let's work on it. There we go. Damak as well. I mean, we might even earn trust here by simply buying hubs. Might not have to put many vehicles in, because by the looks of things, the other company hasn't got a lot going on. So we could find that we take over Nepal very quickly. We shall see. Let's right, ooh, Damak down there. Let's have a bit of that. I thought I bought that already, but never mind. And we'll go with Haldwani in India there, because obviously that wants to run things into Dangadi. Yeah, my pronunciation is shocking, isn't it? Let's face it. It never gets any better. I mean, oh, okay, yeah, the Green Stag Company do have quite a lot going out of here. So it might take a little while, but, the smaller towns. But hey, there we go, look at that, Nepal. China. Oh my god, we did China. Mongolia. There we go, we'll have... and Nepal. I mean, that is insanity. Literally, how did that happen? Right, Bhutan do not like us at all. we can't do anything with you. Right, okay. I can't believe that we've earned trust in China. Like, was I not literally just saying? Right, here we go. Hire a hub manager. Put the money into Yanlin City. Wenzhou. Ooh, right, okay. The koala company, they're not a fan. They're not a fan. And I've started operating a huge Airbus there, so that's gonna drain resources, isn't it? I genuinely cannot believe we've taken over China. Just, yeah, I'm quite speechless actually. It's I wasn't expecting that. Right, we'll keep expanding because I want to see these companies off. I don't just want, oh, we've earned trust in Udaipur. There we go, bit of that. We'll have a fuel depot, keep it nice and cheap, running stuff out of there. New Delhi. Fuel depot and a vehicle broker. I mean, New Delhi is, there's a lot of stuff going on. Still not got Dhaka. We'll let that other company enjoy it whilst it's there. Right, let's have a look. Thailand, bit of stuff in there. We've not even convinced. There we go, we've taken the trust off them. What about Metro? Okay, bit of money in there. Hopefully we'll get a route up and running. Are all of these, yeah, all of these are where I bought hubs. I've not taken any hubs off people. Oh, here we go, up in Palopo. Right, let's buy out the Stag Company. Get a vehicle running. Just the one, an Akka minibus. Worth doing. Balikpapan. Bit of that, lovely. I think, like, so that's Malaysia. I think we could take Indonesia this episode, you know. When you watch it, won't happen now. But I genuinely think we've got quite a lot going on. Although, now that I look at it, the Green Stag Company do still have a hell of a lot of stuff. Mind you, so do we. Not a lot of stuff going on these islands, is there? Have we got plenty of stuff coming out of Sydney? There we go. Put lots of money into there. I wish I could put more than 15 million in at a time. Because obviously there's some big routes there, isn't there? Like over to Suava, Fiji. Fuel depot and vehicle broker. Make it nice and cheap to run vehicles. Fill these routes. Look, 21, 22, 23, 24. Can keep putting money in. I'm going to get repetitive strain injury, but what it does mean is that we get lots and lots of places. Right, oh, this is France. Papiti. Right, let's hire a manager. You just wouldn't know that this existed, would you? If it wasn't for this game, I'd like French Polynesia where? I'd never heard of it. I mean, you can't really see it unless you really zoom in, can you? Then from Suava, there's another couple here. Fuel depot, vehicle broker. Let's make it nice and cheap for these hubs to operate. And that's exactly what a fuel depot does. Put as many vehicles in there as we can. Geelong again. Yep, good stuff. This is already making a lot of money. Again, Melbourne, I want that to... yeah, there we go. Plenty of stuff. Let's get rid of that company. Fuel depot, vehicle broker. Bathurst. Or Bathurst. I genuinely thought the game had crashed for a moment there. We'll get some stuff in. Brisbane. Fuel depot. Again, we're focusing on the cheap. It's very, we're going for the Ryanair approach. Make it cheap, get people through the door. There we go. Oh my lord. How much money are we sticking in here? Right, has that finished? It's bought a lot of stuff there for Brisbane. There's not really anything up the side, is there? What about over this side? Perth. Wow. Okay, we've put a lot of vehicles in there. What have we bought? Okay, a mixture. A lot of 340 Expresses, so that in a minute lots of stuff is about to take off from Perth. There we go. Oh my lord. Loads of stuff coming back as well. With a mixture of people on. That's absolute insanity. Big city in Thailand, right. Again, fuel depot. I don't want to see that you've had to close down any depots now. It's not what we're going for here. We're going for a hostile takeover of all these companies without actually having to take them over. Zoo. Let's have a bit of that. Right, okay. Fuel depot. Let's have another hub there. Can we get a bit of stuff? No, I think we might have used all our vehicles. Wenzhou. Yeah, nope, nothing. So obviously a lot of the Australian stuff. A lot of Australian stuff. There's actually a lot of vehicles round here, isn't there? A lot of orange vehicles. Particularly planes. Just keep investing. Alice Springs here, a lot going on. There we go. We'll sling that up there, so that's making a lot more money. Rightio. Cities have grown. Cities have shrunk. We've not managed to take over anywhere else this month. Right, okay. Destinations have changed. New events started. Oh, I've just clicked it and got rid of it. Right, okay. That's not helped at all. This is a very straight border, isn't it? Between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Let's have... I mean, I know that we've got trust in Papua New Guinea anyway. But you can never have too many. Right, there we go. Bit of vehicles in Port Moresby. Couple more there, yeah. Because obviously if we can... You know, we don't necessarily need to do that, but at the same time, if we can get more stuff through the door, it's going to earn trust. These guys are going to like us more. Lost trust in Salt Lake City, yet we can buy them out. There we go. Fuel depot and vehicle broker. They do love us. They don't want to love us, but they do. Lost trust in Pueblo, which literally translates from Spanish as town. Okay. Freeport. Oh, we're so close. Washington. Can we have Washington? No. Are we actually getting bought out? I'm sure we had Washington. Was that not one of our areas? I mean, I think it's safe to say that Europe is very much in favour of the Go-Ahead group. I don't think we have to look too far to sort of see that. There we go, right, we'll have a hub there. And a hotel. There's not a lot of I mean, there's a lot of places that don't have hubs. awful lot of places with really big cities. And a hotel in case people are changing. What about Valletta? Wow, weirdly enough, not a lot of stuff going on in Valletta. Let's make that happen. Athens, another hub. Hotel and marketing agency. Let's get that economy going. 40 vehicles. Ankara. See again, lots of fuel depot, vehicle broker, hotel. Let's invest, get Ankara going again. Surprised I haven't got as much stuff sort of in Abu Dhabi. Again, Dubai, quite small really when you think about it. It hasn't actually got any vehicles at all. That will explain it. Right, well, that is where we're going to leave it for today. We have made progress. The fact that we've taken over China as their preferred transport company is absolutely unreal. I mean, look at the map now. Doesn't that look great? We're pretty much everywhere now. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. It's no secret. Worldwide Rush is not one of my top performing series, is it? So yeah, do click the like button. It might reach more people. Get that YouTube algorithm going. If you haven't already, do make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss out on any future episodes of Worldwide Rush. And besides that, as I say, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you all next time. Cheerio, everybody. Goodbye for now.